eyes is what I need. Now if you wanna get the best of me, got you smiling, that's for sure. Funny how you had the best of love. I don't know if I'll make it home. I don't know, not like I care. All I know, sound of this gold. Only know I want the best of us. So I dance the night away when nobody's awake. I'd be the last to stay. I dance the night away no matter what they say.
So we're on to getting the gearbox back in the car and lighten flywheels. Now, I have said in previous videos that I didn't see the point, but I never wanted to put a lightened flywheel on a Mk2 because you lose some of that factory drivability. As you know, we broke the box. Now fix the gearbox, replace some parts out of the Mk3 box and the fifth gear out of the Mk3 gearbox, so we have a lower ratio fifth gear. Hopefully should drop those revs down in fifth gear. Everything's all back together. Gone for black stone chip and then some clear black stone chip, and then some clear coat. Nice sort of textured finish because silver just gets dirty quickly. Anyway, flywheels. I thought while it's off I've got to do the crank seal. Well, I didn't have to because I thought it was leaking, but when I took it off I realised what was leaking. It was leaking from the back of the distributor, leaking down, round, off. So anyway, crank seal was done, so the pressure plate had to come off. So why don't I get the flywheel done? Well, I thought let's go for it. Now, gas and gears, if you know in the UK and you're into VWs, you know who gas and gears are. Sent the flywheel off to them, bargain price, quick turnaround, less than a week, back to me. Now, before I get on too much about weights and stuff, two big wives' tales about flywheels. Lightened flywheels do not lose torque. Whatever is strapped to the edge of the engine does not affect what power it produces. So the engine produces 200 pound-foot of torque, that's what it still produces. These do not need balancing. This is lighten and balance, but when you lighten a flywheel, it doesn't necessarily have to be balanced. Now, why am I saying that? Well, especially Mk2 Golf engines or VW engines in the 80s, when they were built in the factory, they weren't balanced as a unit. Big boxes came along with crankshafts in, big boxes came along with pressure plate clutches in, big boxes came along with flywheels in, and they just grabbed whatever was there to put on the engine. You can tell that by the different weights. I've got a stock one down there because I didn't weigh this when I sent it away. So it doesn't have to be balanced, although as long as it's balanced to itself, that's fine. You can balance these to the pressure plates, that's fine. You could balance the whole assembly, but to be fair, VW engines, the cranks are pretty spot on, and so is everything else. So, lightened flywheel. This is 3.6 kilos. And the stock one is 5, so that's 2.4 kilos. 5 kilo down to 3.6, 2.4 kilos lost. Now, what does that mean? That means the engine, when this turns around, the engine's got to do work to spin this flywheel. So if the engine's got 2.4 kilos less to spin, to turn, that's less work it's got to do before it gets into the transmission and spins the wheels. That makes sense. So the engine's got, you open the throttle, the engine revs up. A little bit less work means it spins up quicker, which means all the transmission gets power quicker. It all happens quicker. Yes, you do lose some little bits where if you're maintaining speed up a hill or maintaining speed, you're being a bit more throttle because the engine hasn't got that inertia of a stock flywheel weight, the momentum spinning it, keeping the engine at whatever revs you're doing. Is that a downside to me? Not really, no. But I'll say I've never had a lightened flywheel in a car before. Out of all the cars I've had, I've never gone for one. Why not? Just haven't really. But now we're at the point, I've got this. Let's stick a lightened flywheel in the car and see how quicker it goes. Now, how we're going to do this is our 0 to 60 is 6.68, I think. So all I've done to the car is fix the gearbox, lighten flywheel, and we'll take it out again and see the reaction, how quick the car feels, mainly feels, it goes, if there is any actual factual evidence from like the 0 to 60 reading, which makes a big difference. So yeah, let's get this bolted on the car, and I'll see you when this is started up, cleaned, and back on the road.